Debbie with Kip's Corner. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I am continuing to work on the Scrappy Silhouette journal. This is the cover. I've got my signatures are pretty much ready to go. And now I'm just working on some ephemera pieces. So I've got a couple things going on here. First, I took one of the envelopes from the kit and I backed it with some paper. This is chipped paint from TaylorMade Journals, Creative Expressions, little paper pad. I think that's fairly new. And then I've got this tag. This is a Tim Holtz tag. It's the thick, there you go, the nice thick ones. Takes lots of media. I've got ledger paper on the back, and I've got another piece from the chipped paint paper pad on the front. I have, this is a printout from the kit that I put crackle paint, translucent crackle paint from Tim Holtz from Ranger. Looks like that. And I put that on the top, and then I just spritzed it with some walnut stain and inked the edge, so I darkened it up. And I think I'm going to use that on the tag. And then I've got a little bird cut out from the kit. And this is a butterfly that I've painted half of it with black gesso. And I think I'm going to use that on a tag. So yeah, that's what I got. First thing I want to do is I want to add some texture to this. So I'm going to mix a little bit of modeling paste with some black gesso. Get plenty on here, more than I need, I'm sure. I want this to be pretty dark, so hopefully this will get nice and dark. We're just going to mix it up and see what happens. But this is black gesso and modeling paste. And we're going to put a little up here. Okay, let's set that aside. And I like that. I like the cracks on there. Okay, this needs to dry, so I'm going to let this dry. Okay, the next one that I think is going to be fairly easy to do is I want to add this butterfly to this tag. I think about like that. Yeah, about like that. I think that's pretty. Okay, so I just need to put a bunch of glue. Let me get this out of my way. And this is the kind of thing that we use the fine tip of art glitter glue on. Okay, I think that's good. Now we'll let this dry. All right, next up I have this envelope, and I need to score it and fold it and finish trimming it out. So the score lines are on these for you already. You just have to line it up and follow. And that is, for me anyway, sometimes challenging. And I added the paper on the back of this a little while ago, so it's plenty dry. Definitely want to make sure you're plenty dry before you do this, or your paper will kind of warp on you. Sewn, all sewn. And I sewed around the flap. I did not sew these two flaps or this one. So I'm going to glue this together now. And then I'm going to do something, I don't know what yet, to the front. Okay, meanwhile, back at this one is dry. So now I'm going to cut the excess butterfly off. Here we go. And that's what that one's gonna look like. Okay, so I don't know that I'll do a whole lot more to this one. I really like the simplicity of that. But I do want to back this with some kind of paper. And I think I'm going to back it with this. That's really pretty. And you would still be able to write on it. So let me... And I did use a little bit of this inside the journal too. So I'm going to put the lid on the glue. Uh-oh, I lost the lid. Always. Does anybody see the lid to the glue? It was hiding under the fabric. Okay. On this one, though, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. It'll allow me to glue it down without worrying about warping. And I should be able to get a nice spread on it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this whole thing down. Even though I don't have this finished cutting off, I'll cut that off when I trim the whole thing out. And then I will ink it, and then that will be a tag that is done. Okay, that tag is done. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to come back to this. I think this is dry. I like the way that crack works with the cracks that were on the paper. I really like that. And I know I want to put this on here somewhere. What I'm not sure of is what else maybe I want to do. So let's go back to this fabric. Actually, what if I use some brown, blue? What if, let's see, let's get this about right here. If I can rip it. Okay, where'd my snip mark go? Oh, that's funny. There it is. Nope, that is not going to work. Let's try that again. There we go. That was harder to pull apart than I thought it was going to be. And again, sticking with the whole, you know, it's stringy. There's strings hanging around everywhere. What does it look like if this is back here? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Oh, I do like it. Okay. And what about some paper? Yep, like that too. Just a tiny bit, and maybe not quite so big. So if that's there, and this is there, I might have to iron this. And this is there. No, it's over here. Okay, so this has to be further over. There we go. That's beginning to work. I like it. I like it. All right, I'm going to spritz this. No, I'm going to iron this because unless I have a piece over here that wouldn't need to be ironed, that's big enough. I don't think that's big enough. Oh, it's almost the exact same size. Let's try this. I think just by the fact that I'm ripping it is going to cause it to. Yeah. Okay, let's get the iron out. Yeah. I think that's got it. And then, do I want just a tiny bit of this maybe? There's a little tiny scrap here. Do I? I might. And then I might put a button on it. Oh, I'm okay. All right. I'm okay with that. All right. This piece, though, I want to get a little bit of ink on it. Now, that button has a lot of, it's not very flat on the back. So, I'm going to maybe make it flat. Ready? Okay. Up here at the top, I want to put this piece of wood. And that's sort of my topper. I know, it's a little different. Somewhere I have some string. Here we go. I'm just going to run some twine around. I don't know how much I'll need. That's probably plenty. I think this is the same twine I was just using. It's all knotted up in my bag. Okay. Let's get rid of this. And I'm just going to start running this through here. Just going to wrap it around a few times and then tie it off. Okay, I like it. And that tag is done. So something a little different. Oh, I like that. That's cute. So simple. Such a simple little thing to do. Piece of paper, piece of fabric, and a button. And look at how cute that is. Okay. I'm gonna clamp this down. This piece is done, and I don't think I'm gonna do anything else to it. I think I'm gonna leave it right like that. I love the simplicity of it. Very pretty, okay? That one's done, that one's done. I got one more piece that I'm gonna do. I've got this little bird here. And I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet, except I do want to put him on a pocket. So I think I'm going to put him on this pocket. And I'm not going to do a whole lot to him other than put him on the pocket. I think that's going to look good. So that'll be a simple one to do. When I put thumb notches in, I usually use, this is my 1-inch circle round. And I'll come up here. I'm going to go off to the side over here. And I just put it a little less than halfway. I don't quite go halfway. You can do even less than that. And then what I like to do is round this corner like that. I don't know if you can see that from my hand. Here, you can probably see it better there. This side's not quite. There we go. And then I'm going to ink it. And the rounding of the corner serves absolutely no purpose. The rounding of the edge of the corner, or the thumb notch, no purpose whatsoever, except that I like the look. So, you know, it's just you do you. I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. And I'm not concerned whether or not this is in the center of the page. I actually would prefer if it's not in the center of the page. It actually is pretty close. By accident. I'll phooey. I wanted that to be, maybe he comes in. No, I wanted him to be right there, and that puts him down too low. Doggone it. All right. That's okay. He'll just go here instead. That still works. Okay. I'm going to glue him. This bird is in the kit. The kit has a page of fussy cut birds. And that's where this guy came from. And yes, I did fussy cut him. Not that I did a good job, but that's okay. All right, let's take a quick recap of what we created. So first off is this, this tag. It's a mixed media tag. There's modeling paste with black gesso mixed in the background. Then I've got book page, some fabric, more fabric. This is a printout from Tracy's kit, and I kind of ruined it with a big blob on there, but that's okay. With crackle paint on top of it, and then just a spritz of some walnut ink on top of that, just to help get that darker color. This is a piece of driftwood that I coated with glossy accents, not only to seal it, but also to just give it that little bit of sheen there at the top. So it kind of goes with this piece. So they both have a little bit of sheen. Old button, cracked paint from the Creative Expressions kit from a paper pad from Lorna Taylor, Tailor-Made Journal. Tailor-Made Journals, and the background, and that's what I started with. And then the back is just ledger paper with splatters and splats and dirt and grime all over it, which you can still write on it. So next up is a tag. This printout on the background is from Tracy's kit. This is just a big butterfly. It was white cut out. I painted half of it black, chopped it off. I can use this later for something else. Inked around the edges, eyelet in the top, just some fabric up there at the top, and then it's just a light brown paper on the back, which is easy to write on. So this is a lightweight tag. Next is the envelope. All we really did was back it on the inside with another piece from the Creative Expressions pad, cracked paint from Tailor-Made Journals. And it's got, so it's just two pieces of paper put together. This is a heavier weight on the outside. They print out from Tracy's kit. Just a little swatch of book page and fabric there with a little bit of rust on it. So it kind of connects here. And a button on top. Very simple, not a whole lot going on there. I will clip it, or, put some kind of a clip or something on that to close it. And then last but not least, the pocket. It's just a pocket from Tracy's kit with a die-cut bird hanging off the edge. And that is not a whole lot to that. Very simple. And that's it. Those are the pieces that I've made today. I will make a couple more pieces and then finish putting the ephemera inside the kit, and then it'll be ready to sew in and it'll be done. So we are very, very close. I don't know if you missed the video before this one. I finished the cover. So here's the cover. It's not finished. I'll put corners, and things like that after everything's sewn in. And then I have the 3 signatures. And that was the first video where I made the signature covers. And so I think I made this one on camera, and I did these two. This is mostly fabric with a little bit of paper. And then this is also mixed media, kind of like that, only different, very different. They're all different, I think, with the different silhouettes on top. So those are the signature covers. And then I've got the signatures pretty much ready to go. I have like I said, a few more things to do, but Not a lot. So thank you for joining me. I'll be back. Bye-bye.